Hi, my name is Lauren, and I work with professional networkers. And over the 7 years that I have worked with professional networkers, I have spoken with hundreds, maybe even thousands of individuals that have been in multiple different home-based business opportunities. And I've noticed that over time, that when speaking with these various individuals, a lot of these individuals are very sharp individuals. Actually, we feel that some of these individuals are just as sharp as some of the golds and platinums within Mike's organization. But for various reasons, these individuals either were not able to achieve their full potential in a home-based business opportunity, or maybe they achieved it and lost that success. And there are specific reasons to why this is a factor. And so what we're going to do today is we're going to discuss some of these very important factors determining people being able to even achieve and fulfill their full potential in a home-based business opportunity. There are various reasons that this has happened, and research and marketing consultants, they conducted a very thorough study on the home-based business opportunity. Actually, they did a 3.5-year study initially where they studied 342 different programs, and later on went to study over 1,000 different home-based business opportunities and over 50 years of network marketing history. So they found many reasons that play into someone not being able to achieve their full potential or maintain their full level of success. One of those reasons, maybe they didn't get the type of support that they needed. Another factor would be that the leadership of the company maybe wasn't thinking extremely long term for the individuals that are in the program and didn't design this plan. Maybe it was the product strategy that wasn't a long-term product strategy. It could have been various reasons. But today what we're going to focus on is that a lot of these companies have a flawed compensation plan. So today we're really going to focus on what is it about a compensation plan? What are the factors needed to be able to achieve long-term financial freedom in a home-based business opportunity? So research and marketing consultants actually found in their 3.5 years of studying home-based business industries that there are actually 7 different categories of networkers in the industry. And what they found is that most companies out there will target that top 1% heavy hitter members in their program, but there's a problem with that. It actually creates a structural flaw in the compensation plan. Let me give you an example of this. So let's say that you're sitting at a family reunion and you're all standing around this pie that grandmother made, and it's wonderful, wonderful. But you have this cousin, you always have one of those cousins or a brother or sister that goes and dishes this huge chunk out of the pie. They take a huge chunk and then you've only got so much left to divvy between everybody else. Well, what happens? By the end of the time that you get to the end of that line of the family reunion, you're not going to have any pie left. So, same thing happens. You only have so much of the pie to go around. You only have so much of the money that a company is providing its company or filtering through its company to be able to pay back to its members. So if you take a huge chunk of that income that your company is making and you pay a chunk of it back to that 1% heavy hitter, what about the 99% that's left? What about those grassroots distributor? This structural flaw that is in almost all compensation plans actually limits the amount of distributors that are even able to get into profit. Now, this structural factor you can't get around. Let's take an example. Let's say that you get 10% payouts, okay? So in order for you to get into profit, let's just go off of an easy one. Let's just do $100 USD currency. So if you are here structured on your front level, you invest your $100. In order for you to break even, how many members do you have to get into your program? At $100. You have to get 10 people in, okay? So now, let's say you do that. Awesome. You get your 10 people in. So guess what? You are now breaking even. But now guess what? You've got 10 people now on your, let's say, front line that each have to go get how many people? 10 people each to be able to get into profit or break even. Okay, so let's say we go do it. We go tackle this and we help each of those frontline distributors, your 10 frontline leaders, each go enroll 10 people. Now how many people do you have? Well, you have 100 people now on your second level, and you have 10 people on your front line, and you have you. Now you're into profit. Now your 10 front level people are breaking even. But guess what? Now those 100 people in your organization, how many do they have to get each? They have to each get 10 people. So this continues to grow. It doesn't matter how huge your organization gets, this structural factor is fact. It's not going to change. And so it's vital that companies really think this through and that they're making sure to maximize the financial benefits for these members so that more people are able to get into profit. So what we're going to talk about is some factors later about this particular compensation plan and how they've really done a great job making sure that they have gone around these structural factors to really maximize the overall success for the individual and for the company's long-term success. To cover this flaw, companies have come up with a number of different types of compensation plans. For example, they have like binaries, they have matrix, they have unilevels, they have breakaways. But this 3.5-year study by research and marketing consultants, what they found is that all of these different types of compensation plans still come down to the same basic flaws. You know, some companies have tried to pay back more up front, but the problem is that still does not address all 7 different categories of network marketers. So, what is the answer? Well, let's talk about it. So, For Life Research has actually had a scientifically designed compensation plan. And guess what? It actually is able to pay back more to its members. We pay back more to all 7 different categories of network marketers out there. In order for For Life to be able to pay back to all of the 7 different categories of network marketers, they had to pay back more than any other company in the industry pays back to its members. So on the last $2 billion worth of revenue, For Life Research paid back to its members. Are you ready for this? $1.2 billion. That's 60% of actual revenue paid back into the members' pockets. As you know, this is unheard of in the industry. What a phenomenal thing. Can you imagine this? 60% of actual revenue, not based on the LP or the point value or the PV value. This is actual revenue. So the For Life compensation strategy was actually based off of what the findings of the research and marketing consultants found to be important to implement in a compensation plan for long-term success. One of the things that For Life did was they put a 25% bonus for the individuals that are placed on your second level. Now, why do they do this? A lot of companies may put it up on their front level, but that leads to a problem because what happens is people start placing people on their front line and then they don't help their immediate downline. And so what For Life did is they did the 25% bonus on the second level so that they could maximize long-term success. They're having the distributors helping their immediate downline. Now, what does this do long-term? This helps to get rid of a lot of attrition. It helps to get rid of and eliminate a lot of cluster growth. It helps to create a lot of great, solid growth throughout your organization. And so, in turn, what is this going to do for you? We don't want cluster growth because what does cluster growth lead to? Attrition, the network marketer's nightmare. So For Life thought about this. There are other things that For Life also decided to do in their compensation plan. Another principle is the 6% and 12% affinity bonuses that For Life pays out to its members. This helps to encourage the mid-level leaders. We have 6 different group bonuses that pay deep for our heavy hitter leaders to be able to encourage them to achieve their full potential. And then you go back to the unilevel bonuses that For Life has. You know, the unilevels help encourage those heavy hitter networkers, those sharp and capable networkers, to really work with their immediate downline And of course, this long term is going to help with that cluster growth and help with long-term successful retention rates. And so there's so many different factors that 4Life has really put into their compensation plan. This is a scientifically developed compensation plan. It is a phenomenal compensation. They have 23 different ways a person can get paid in this program. I am going to tell you right now, this is the best compensation plan in the world out of any other compensation plan in the market. This is something that research and marketing consultants, they did this 3.5-year study. This was the most extensive study ever conducted in this industry. And this compensation plan has been structured based on those findings. This compensation plan is phenomenal. This pays out all 7 different categories of network marketers. So regardless of if you are on day 1, or at the end of your journey where you're just sitting back and enjoying those residual income benefits, you're gonna get paid back your maximum benefit financially. You're gonna do this, your future team members are gonna do this. So I encourage you, take advantage of this outstanding opportunity. Take advantage of this great compensation plan that's gonna maximize your success. Take advantage of this now. There is not a better time.